I take it you're against the mosque here.
Yeah, we're against the mosque being built here near ground zero. This is a sensitive area for Americans. There's a lot of pain attached to it. And we feel that there shouldn't be any problem in the Muslims moving the mosque a few blocks away. They've announced that they want to build bridges. They're all about brotherhood and making bonds between religions. So why are they so adamant in building it here? And why are they calling it Cordoba House when I believe Cordoba was a site of a great Muslim victory in Spain? And we feel that that gives us the facts that this is a victory mosque. It's not about building bridges, it's a victory mosque.
Well, why is it Obama's mosque? What's Obama got to do with it?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, I don't know what Obama has to do with it, all right?
But why are you holding the sign? It says Obama's mosque.
Because somebody gave me the sign. Because somebody gave me the sign, and I'm just angry about the whole mess this country is in.
So you're so angry you hold up any sign?
I wouldn't say I'd hold up any sign, but I'm not a fan of Obama, and I'm against the mosque. So the two kind of go together.
Okay. Just one other thing, though. Cordoba was a site in the Middle Ages where you had Jews, Christians, and Muslim academics all.
Yeah, they say that, but as long as the
but it's historical.
As long as the Muslims were dominant, the Muslims were very tolerant, but they were still always dominant. They're not very tolerant these days in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan, or anywhere else.
Yeah, but we're in America.
Exactly.
We're not Saudi Arabia or Pakistan.
That's the point. I mean, we're in America.
We're in America.
Right, and we've been asking them for months to move the mosque.
So
if they're about reaching out, if they're about brotherhood, why would they not move the mosque? They see what building the mosque here has caused. It's caused all these problems. Why wouldn't they just say yes?
Well, maybe
in the spirit of goodwill, yes, we want to build bridges. In the spirit of goodwill, yes, of course we'll move the mosque.
So you have nothing against Islam per se?
Absolutely not. There are hundreds of mosques in New York and thousands of Muslims. Why would I have anything against them? They've been here for decades. Has nothing to do with the Muslims who are already here.
Okay. Thank you. Are you from New York?
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker.
All right. Thank you very much.
And hundreds of others that they're trying to throw it up in our face that there was a victory. I mean, Muslims did celebrate when the Twin Towers went down, and too many people in New York are being hurt by it. And I agree with Donald Trump. Move it 5 blocks away. And if you really want to reach out to other religious communities and show that you want to forgive, why be so intolerant? Why not just move and make everybody happy?
So do you think the issue is that the mosque is close to ground?
Yes, because there was an article in the New York Post yesterday which showed from the New York City Fire Department exactly where the remains were found. Blood and guts. 3,000 New Yorkers, Americans were incinerated, and about 200 feet from here is the closest site. So it is very close to where body parts, to be perfectly graphic, where body parts were found. So people feel very, very hurt by this. But it's a sign of like they're spitting in your face.
Okay. And do you think
I think we purposely picked this spot just to show Americans, hey, we're here, notice us, this is where we knocked down your 2 buildings, and now we have a 13-story, $100 million mega mosque. Not some little mosque way out in the hinterlands, like the one that's been here for years. Nobody objects to people praying, but this is like an in-your-face sign of victory. And where's the $100 million coming from?
So do you think that the people who are going to build the mosque are related to the terrorists?
I'm sure that the funding, if you really want to travel the money trail, it will come back to Saudi Arabia. And as a matter of fact, 19 of the hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. So it almost seems so connected in people's minds that the same people that represent the country that attacked us are also the people that are building the mosque. It's a close connection. It's hard to separate it.
Okay. So what are your views in general on Islam?
I have no objection to religion. I believe in complete freedom of religion. However, Islam is more than just a religion. I believe it's a political ideology And you'll see the trouble that they're having in Europe right now with the women completely covered with veils and burqas. They can't even get a driver's license. They won't remove the veil, and they're having a problem with the high school. If you listen to Raouf Abdul, the imam who wants to build it, he doesn't just want to build a mosque. He wants to infiltrate this country with Sharia law.
So what is Sharia law?
All right, and for instance, 6 young teenage girls have been killed in the United States in the last 6 years by their fathers because one of them dated an American boy, one of them told their dad they wanted to get a divorce, and one changed into jeans in school, and when they found out about it, the fathers, because they say it brings dishonor to the family, they're allowed to kill their own daughters. And the one who just did it a couple of months ago escaped out of the country to Egypt. They don't know who helped him get out. But this is something that we'll never tolerate in America. If you don't stand up for something like a mosque, you turn away. Who is that? Neville Chamberlain that kept giving in to Hitler? If you give in to a little, they take a mile. Enough is enough. And I think if old ladies like me are willing to come out on a Saturday afternoon and protest, it's really important for the average American person. I'm a Smith, for God's sakes, and I'm a New Yorker, and I'm completely against this.
Thank you.
Say something against, like,
as I said, we're not from New York, we're from Louisiana. We feel like this is an American issue, not just a New York issue, although I understand how hurt, the New Yorkers feel about this. But it is an American issue, and we feel like that this is too close to hallowed ground. We just feel that if the imam wants to promote religious sensitivity and wants to promote understanding of his religion, that he's being provocative about it, and he's going to lose people's ear. In other words, people might have been more willing to listen to him had he not done this at this point. And the fact now that he seems to be so entrenched in it and not willing to move it also raises people's suspicions quite a bit as to what his motives are.
what's your view on them building it in respect to if they're mocking the country? Are they mocking the country by building the mosque?
Yeah, I mean, you have to think so. It's almost like it's a victory shrine to do it right here and to not be willing to move it. When apparently, from what I understand, he's had quite a number of offers, or at least one offer from Donald Trump I heard about last night. Supposedly he said, let me buy it and I'll move it 5 blocks away, and the guy's saying no. So you have to wonder what his motives are, and I also wish somebody would really investigate the money trail.
So it's basically because it's too close
Yes.
to the people who died and suffered
Absolutely.
in the World Trade Center.
Absolutely.
Right? I completely agree with you.
And I'm not a New Yorker, so I don't know how far away is far enough away. I don't.
You're from Louisiana. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
but I just feel like this is definitely too close. We wanted to come here and just see how, we've heard about it. We wanted to come to see how close it really was.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is close.
It's
yeah.
too close.
It's like 2 blocks down.
It's way too close. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.